The final film in the Essential Film Noir Volume 5 set, again number 213, and that is Jennifer. I really like Jennifer. Such a great and simple plot that just got to my imagination and was one of the ones I loved. And at a tight 73 minutes, this thing just flies by. We see Agnes, played by Ida Lupino at the start of this one. She goes for a kind of job as a caretaker at a large house. Nobody else is living there. There was a previous caretaker who just seems to have vanished, Jennifer. Nobody knows where she has gone, what's happened to her. And we kind of watch as Agnes slowly starts to feel like something happened to Jennifer. She's almost investigating as she kind of bumbles around this house with nothing really to do. Looking at her diary, reading through the pages, looking at her belongings, talking to various people that come up to the house, whether it be Jim, a man that's always there, always up, nosing around, who's really kind of forceful and aggressive a lot of the way, inviting himself in, buying himself alcohol and sitting down to have a drink, trying to ingratiate himself with Agnes. You get the grocery clerk that comes by a fair bit, who seems to have a liking for Agnes as well, and we get to meet people from the town who knew of Jennifer, and we get tidbits of information. And all the way through this one, it's an almost psychological horror as we're watching Agnes decipher more information about Jennifer, the titular character, the character that we never see.
Now don't you go disappearing like that Jennifer Brown.
Did you know her?
Of course. Talked to her over the phone. Nobody's ever seen her.
You always fear that something nefarious has happened to her, and that's the kind of driving force of this. And I think the performance from Lupino again is just mesmerising. She is wonderful as this woman who's slowly starting to become uneasy and restless in her workplace, who feels terrified of the people that are popping by, people that from the community that seem generally nice but have that kind of darkness around them. There's a lot of sequences here that are played in a kind of darker manner, which I really loved.
Now, before you go calling the police and scaring the life out of Lorna Gale and her family, let's make sure.
A lot of the male characters seem very forceful and very aggressive. They just pop in unannounced. They kind of push themselves into the building. They start to push themselves into her ideas. They start to facilitate her work, thinking of what could have happened to Jennifer. And then you've got other characters who are like, don't be silly, what could possibly have happened? And it leads to a terrific finale that I really enjoyed, and I don't want to get into it at all, but it's the kind of thing you could picture. It's like Hitchcock light, almost the way this one plays out, with wonderful reveals near the end, wonderful scares, and characters that feel really duplicitous. Maybe their actions are just friendly, maybe they're just trying to woo our main character, maybe they're trying to confuse our main character, maybe they're trying to cover something up, maybe they're going to murder her.
Every time I want to talk about you, you want to talk about Jennifer. Why?
I don't know why. I wish I'd never heard of her.
As far as I'm concerned, she doesn't exist.
It leads down all these various avenues, and it's very playful in the way it does it. Like I said, 73 minutes. There's not an ounce of fat on this thing. It knows exactly what it wants to do, and it does it terrifically well. And I like that about it, that it's so assured, and it kind of leaves us on a funny note, shall we say, because I'm still, like, the final shot of the film is something I could have done without, almost. It's the most maybe annoying part of this film, which was rather great all the way through it. But still, I would say Jennifer was great. Now, we already looked at the extras on this, which came on the Beware My Lovely disc. I've just turned the covers around because out of the two films, Jennifer was my favourite. That's the one I kind of want to have on show when I pull it out. I thought this was terrific. I would say there was 4 movies that I thought were terrific. One that was just good, and this set, it's a terrific set and highly recommended. I'd love to know your thoughts on Jennifer if you've seen it. Let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, felt somewhere in the middle, felt it lacking a little bit. Let me know and we'll have a conversation about this. There's more content up here where you can see more of my stuff, and in the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com. All ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.